title on there because it's almost time for game night. I don't know how your host does it. Not sure really. But that's how I did it. So we're tracking a storm through Macon County. Now this is on the fringe of our viewing area. So the phone apparently died is what happened. And we're waiting for it to charge up a little bit. Once it gets to 10%, we'll start tracking again. But we're going to watch this as of right now. Let's turn the volume on. Hold on.
6:15. All right, so we want to take a quick break away from this, but we're not going to be far away. We want to head back over to Marius and Amanda for the latest on what we're finding with all this outbreak that we've endured today.
Lisa Spencer, thank you so much. And keep in mind, our First Alert weather team, they've been telling us about this storm since Wednesday.
Right.
They have been on top of this storm since it had started. And we want to tell you, anyone that has anyone out there driving, they can listen to us right now on WWTN. That's FM 99.7. They can have the very latest on the storm.
All right, the scope of the damage is becoming more clear as you share your pictures and videos. Lydia Fielder is on the alert desk with a look at some of that breathtaking footage. Lydia?
Yeah, so we have this radar behind me, but we're going to pull full screen some videos and pictures for you. We've been combing through as the night
Appreciate
has
the
gone
share.
on. This first video right here is sent to us from Sarah Brown, who lives on Longfellow Drive in Nashville. Those explosions off to the distance, possibly transformers blowing as that storm moves through the Nashville area. We want to go to another video now. We have, this home is in the Clarksville area. This is a picture rather.
As I talked about.
In Montgomery County. This home completely destroyed. We heard city officials say homes were flattened by this tornado. This just an example of one of those, these images coming to us tonight. And that tornado that came through, we do have a time lapse of this from a traffic camera. I mean, it just shows you the size and the scope of this thing. We have showed this video a couple different times because we know city officials say that this tornado touched down around 1:35 this afternoon. So you're watching it on a time lapse again, move through the Clarksville area. It's just so breathtaking, so scary to see that too. And then we want to go to this most recent video showing damage from the tornado that went through Springfield. We did bring you a video of that tornado moving through the Legacy Golf Course and into us by Larry out there in Springfield. Well, now that it's getting dark, this is video of just some of the damage that left behind. Of course, our reporters are all in the field right now getting video of this, talking to folks who are experiencing all this tonight. And we do want to talk about shelters that are open tonight. So first we reported, Clarksville reported that Pisgah was going to be open in the elementary school in Clarksville for a shelter for those displaced tonight. However, that elementary does not have power.
Okay. So I want to briefly talk about what happened, then we'll go back to radar. Why we're not covering it completely is because it is on the fringes of our viewing area, but we still do cover Macon County, and we will continue to cover Macon County. But if you're wondering why is he not, staying wall to wall with it, that's the reason why. So I want to talk about briefly what happened today, then we'll go back to the radar. So we've had tons and tons of reports of tornadoes. It was not supposed to be this bad. We've had tons of damage. We have reports of homes leveled completely. An apartment complex has been leveled. And we have reports of, we have a new tornado warning down towards Lawrenceburg. So a new tornado warning towards the Lawrenceburg area. But anyway, we've had reports of homes leveled. We've had reports of people trapped in homes. That was in Clarksville, Tennessee. And I believe in Nashville, we had an apartment complex completely leveled. So, been a very active day. We've had about 20 to 30 tornado warnings combined just today in Middle Tennessee. But the good news is, severe threat is winding down. It's not over by any means, because we still do have a few tornado warnings, but it is winding down, not as active as it was an hour or two ago. But it's winding down, and there will still be another threat for about an hour or two. So Let's get back to this, but once it gets to 20%, we will do my weather on my tablet, and we will send you back to there, and until there's like no more, the thread is over, we are going to send it back to Gamenight. So need to use this here real quickly. Yeah. Not waiting for it.
We do have some other locations where we know we've got some folks that want to make sure that you are in your safe spot. Go to the lowest interior room. A basement, if you have it, be sure to protect your head from any flying debris. Use pillows, blankets, and a helmet. And also make sure you are out of your car, out of your mobile home. And there are some mobile homes in that general area. So please, if you are in one, go to a neighbor's home tonight or head to a ditch outside. Just make sure it doesn't have water in it. But we just want you to be in a low-lying area, more protected from the potential tornado that we're seeing here down in Wayne County, and that continuing.
Hey, Spirit Stalker.
The storm exiting here in Lawrence County, but this one cell that we're watching.
So let me briefly tell you about what happened. Then we'll send you back.
East right now. So continuing to track that, and while we're here,
so
let's remind you there is a severe thunderstorm warning that continues in effect.
Well, I'll just leave it on. I'll just talk louder. So basically, what happened is we didn't go today because the city that we were going to go to had homes leveled, people trapped inside their homes, and it was just a complete disaster. So there was damage all around Clarksville, the city that we were going to go to, and so that's why we didn't go, because the weather was just way too bad today. And so we're alive, tracking storms.
Because of the wind damage you could sustain.
What is currently going on right now?
Right here into
and yeah, I mean, people have been trapped inside their homes. There was an apartment complex in Nashville that was completely leveled. Completely. Hey, California Ford, how's it going? But I mean, it's just remarkable what happened today. It was way worse than anybody thought it was going to be. And, homes leveled, apartment complex just leveled. I mean, I'm not saying a floor was leveled. The whole apartment complex was leveled. And we've had confirmed tornadoes, and tornado was caught on camera in Clarksville and Nashville. So your son will be back soon from wrestling. Hope you won. Hope you won. But as long as you try, that's all that matters. So there's a tornado warning in Macon County that's on the fringe of our viewing area. So we will, I think it's basically moved out of the viewing area. Yeah. Thank you for the prayers. We appreciate it. We are good, but we've had tornado warnings about this. Has been going on since 10:11 this morning. So very active day, and it's continuing to be active for about another hour or two. So I just want to emphasize about how bad it's really been today. I'm gonna mute so we can have a good talk for a little bit. I don't want to disregard the tornado warnings because we do have a tornado warning down south. But why I'm not covering it on it right now is because I'm letting the phone charge. It died while we were doing severe weather coverage, and I don't want it to die again while we are doing severe weather coverage. So I'm letting it charge for a little bit, but I'm continuing to monitoring, the severe weather coverage. It's the tornado warnings. Yeah, I don't like earthquakes either. And we're actually getting flash flood warnings. Here's the tornado warning that I wanted to talk about. Waynesboro and Lawrenceburg, also the Etheridge area, and also Collinwood. So I'll touch base on that tornado warning in just a few minutes. But, I mean, it's honestly been a remarkable day. Way worse than anybody thought it was going to be. And it's, of course, unfortunate that we can't go to the game, but, I mean, it is what it is, right? So, yeah, it's depressing, but it is our policy to stay on the air when there is a tornado warning anywhere in the viewing area, even if it's in Arkansas. Believe that a tornado warning has been extended with a severe thunderstorm warning for... that's pretty sure that's out of your viewing area. So, let's go to what they're talking about right now. Hold on, I'm gonna need to step off here.
Has been watching what's going on in Clarksville. We're going to go out to her in just a moment. She's been talking with people all evening. She's been watching rescue crews go door to door, looking for people who might need help. She's talked to people who hurt children.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. It is.
Right now, she's live with an interview.
It is, but
Julian, who do you have?
you're right. But it's still depressing
Hi
either way.
guys, I'm
But
here.
you're most definitely right.
Elementary
Safety is more
school,
important.
And the devastation in this neighborhood, it's hard to put into words. And I'm here with a neighbor, and can you let me know like what you saw and heard? I know you guys helped some people who really needed it.
Yeah, when we were in the basement, I'll be honest, I didn't really hear damage. I heard the storm, but it was over. You know, we were talking like 20, 30 seconds. So I opened the door, kind of looked out. I could see we were, had some problems. And I started to walk out and walk through, and I was, addressing our damage because the kitchen, you're looking up at the sky. So I looked at that, but then I kind of glanced over and I could see that it was worse than I thought. And I saw my neighbor's house, so I ran over.
We don't know the
real fast
scale
to check on him.
of the tornado.
But then when I was
well,
away
Reaper,
from his home, I looked
that will be surveyed tomorrow.
and there were whole houses
The
that
tornado
were
strength, and I'll probably
that,
let you
like
know.
You mentioned that gap.
Probably talk
Those
about it maybe
houses
tomorrow,
over there.
maybe not.
And
We'll see.
that's where everybody kind of went.
But the weather is not. It's not going good. We've had a lot of tornadoes today.
Once we got down to
And
that area,
but we'll be talking about it soon. I need to let the phone charge for a little bit, so we're kind of just chilling right now.
We couldn't
But,
help, but
how are you, Reaper?
kids that were able to be helped, and some of them, you can't. But I was going to mention, my wife Angie's a nurse. She was able to do some CPR, but she was not alone. There were medics. People were just coming from everywhere to help, and they were able to do what they could. When the emergency people came, of course,
I know.
take over and do their jobs. But for a neighborhood, that was pretty traumatic and fast. I was very shocked at how fast that storm hit.
And what's going through your mind right now, just looking around and you said that you had just gotten home when you heard the tornado, and the next thing you know, your roof is gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think what surprised me was how bad it was, but you don't hear that. And then when you walk out and you see it, it's unbelievable. It is quite a shock. Some of us have been in the military, so we've seen things similar. So
I'm doing pretty good. I've been covering storms for about 3 hours, but other than that, I've been pretty good. But it always matters. You got to keep people safe. You got to.
And I know there's family that just got here. They were saying
It is our policy to stay on whenever there is a tornado warning, so I just want to mention that. But I'd rather keep people safe than go to a game, Even if we were able to go, I'd rather keep people safe than be going to a game. And, I love tracking storms, so.
Clarksville got hit with the tornado
Love
downtown.
what I do.
So I had, I'd seen that, but not been in it. So, like I said, we're fortunate. Insurance, we can get through this, but other folks, they lost a lot more.
Is there anything that you would like to tell, that family?
Yeah, there's so many people out here right now going door to door. Some people have pictures.
Yeah, I got
that
you.
are showing, hey, this. So a lot of the kids all go to school together here. So we're able, a lot of the kids are helping too. They're saying, hey, yeah, I know that kid. So I think everybody's doing what they can. If you don't really need to be down here, probably don't need to come down. But I think, once the names come out, whatever you can do for those folks, it's just tragic.
My heart goes out to those families, and thank you to your wife for stepping in her area of expertise and giving CPR right away without even questioning it.
She's really good.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. Again, very tough to hear. There's vast destruction, and As you just heard, it sounds like some lives were lost, but we don't have those numbers confirmed. We'll continue. I'm about to go make a phone call right now, and I'll bring you the very latest update once I get that. But for now, reporting live in Clarksville, I'm Drewen Bukovac, WSMV4.
He is painting a grim scene there of what he saw tonight. And so, unfortunately, it sounds like he is alluding to serious injuries and possible fatalities. We'll work to confirm that.
And very raw emotions of just thinking back.
We don't, but
came out of this house after these storms.
It is what it is.
We want to get you to Briley Parkway and show you the scene there right now.
Yeah.
There's an accident that's happening, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen. Traffic completely shut down right there as first responders are on the scene right now.
Yeah, so we see a bunch of first responders there. They've got the roadway closed off. So this is Briley Parkway and Gallatin Pike. So just know that there is some sort of issue unfolding there. Our weather team is on standby to walk us through what's happening now. But first, we're going to pop over to Springfield. Brendan is kind of watching the situation there. We know they've been going through it too tonight.
And Brendan, the last time we checked in with you, you said there was a heavy emergency response, search and rescue going on. Churches have been damaged. What else have you learned?
Maurice, we've made our way to the other side of Memorial Boulevard at this point now, where buildings have just been completely leveled, including this Valvoline station behind me out here. You can see the walls of it just completely ripped apart. Pipes amongst the bricks, debris, and other
Look at that.
After this tornado ripped through the area in the distance, there's an urgent care building that also, the back corner of it is ripped apart. A hotel on the other side, we saw people being evacuated out of. Another concerning bit out here is the Kroger building, the gas station here with significant damage to it. We have not yet been able to get any information on if there were people out here in the area when the tornado came through. We're waiting to get an update from emergency officials right now, but the power outage is a big issue out here right now. Huge transformers that are...
Okay, well, let's try to go back. Let's try to go back to the weather. Try to get you caught up to date. Phones did a decent amount. Let's get you caught up to date. So that tornado warning, I believe, is just outside of our viewing area. The one up north towards the Kentucky one. It's for Monroe and Cumberland, and I don't believe you serve any of those counties. Yeah, we don't. Okay, so that tornado warning is moving outside of our viewing area. Monroe and Cumberland counties, tornado warning until 6:30. But that is officially outside of our viewing area. So, again, just a ton of rain. Just a ton of rain across the mid-state. But where we're ultra concerned about is the Lawrenceburg, Tennessee area and also the Waynesboro, Tennessee area. So, I want to touch base on this. The storm overall doesn't look like it's strengthening, but, you know, reflectivity is not what matters. What the cat warning? I don't think there's a... Oh, that is catastrophic. Oh, you mean catastrophic. Yeah, catastrophic. Okay, and this tornado warning also goes until 6:30. So we're hoping... I mean, we don't like to keep you going from game night, but we need to keep people safe, and it is our policy to stay on whenever there is a tornado warning. So, again, going back here, I think there's a little rotation there. There's a little rotation near 240 in Henryville and also Summertown. But it looks like the rotation is crossing 64, and it looks just a little weaker than it was 10 minutes ago. So, there's also looks like a little rotation developing out ahead of it. So, there was a storm all by itself, and I was actually kind of concerned about that it would produce a tornado. All we ended up with was a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible, but it did have rotation on it for a few scans. So anyway, this is headed towards 240, Henryville, and then eventually Summertown. Let's put a track on this here for you. It's moving to the east at 45 miles an hour. You can see Avila 618, Center 627, Hudson 631. Cat as in category 4 or greater. This is the so a tornado was not it's not rated as a category. That would be a hurricane. What the tornado would be rated as would be, so there's an enhanced fajita scale. That would be rated like EF2, EF3, EF4, depending on how strong it is. It's rated by the enhanced fajita scale. So not by category for, you know, something by that. It'd be rated towards the enhanced fajita scale. So Flatwoods at 634, Lawrenceburg at 636. Mars Hill, they just trimmed the tornado warning. I believe it's just for Wayne County now. Three Oaks around 641, and Jonestown around 646. Again, it goes until 6:30. It might be extended. It might. I'm gonna step off screen here real quickly. I will be right back. Okay, so we're still dealing with a tornado warning for Wayne County. Let me remove that. Yeah, it's just, okay, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado at 6:15 p.m. was located 10 miles west of Lawrenceburg, moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. The hazard would be tornado. We have a possible tornado near Lawrenceburg. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This danger storm will be around Lawrenceburg at around 6:30 p.m. So Lawrenceburg, you need to be taking shelter. Now, I also mentioned that is the only tornado warned storm in our area. Okay. Other locations impacted by this thunderstorm will include Etheridge and Henryville. So, our only tornado warning is, let's show the big picture right here. Across the mid-state, Middle Tennessee, our only tornado warning in our viewing area is for Lawrence County, Tennessee, which is on the southern edge of our viewing area. Now, I should mention that we also have severe thunderstorm warnings coming out of Mississippi. Those could clip our southern Tennessee counties in about the next hour and a half. So they're officially in Mississippi. This would mainly be a severe thunderstorm threat opposed to a tornado threat. So, let's see if we got any comments. 45 mile per hour. Yeah. It's stronger here. Yeah. Yeah, happy holidays, but again, we got another line of storms. This would mainly be a severe thunderstorm threat, and this would possibly clip our southern Tennessee counties here in about the next hour and a half. Multiple died in tornado outbreak. So, okay, I want to give an update here real quickly to everybody. We just got a report that multiple people have died in Montgomery County from this tornado. Multiple people have died from this tornado. So this is very serious. This is absolutely nothing to mess around with, even if it's not confirmed. So I want to read this again. We're getting a report that multiple people have died in Clarksville. Multiple people have died in Montgomery County due to the tornado outbreak, which happened about 1 p.m. today. So no warning with these storms over towards the Nashville area, but it's looking a little dicey. Okay, so tornado warning is sticking with us until 6:30 for Lawrence, for Wayne County. Wait, is that I think this is Wayne County. No, it is Lawrence County. Excuse me, Lawrence County until 6:30 p.m. Moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. So let's put a track on this. I should also mention that we do not have any more severe thunderstorm warnings. All the severe thunderstorm warnings have been dropped. Yeah, I know. We don't have a number on how many people have died, but we know that we have had deaths with this storm in Montgomery County. So, as I said before, my prayers go out to all who have been affected by these storms. My prayers are with Montgomery County. My prayers are with all the people that have been affected by these storms today. We've had reports of injuries in also the Dresden, Tennessee area. So, prayers go out to everybody. My prayers go out to everybody who has been affected by these storms. All right. Now about another 9 minutes on this tornado warning. It says 10. It should say 9 now. 9. Okay, yeah. Moving to the east, I should shrink that a little bit. I may have shrinked it a little bit too much, but is what it is, right? So, okay. Hudson at 6:28, Flatwoods at 6:32, and Weber City at 6:39. So, we also have a aerial flood advisory until 9 o'clock up towards Nashville and up towards the Lafayette area. So, in fact, this storm around Columbia, it's not severe, but it's strengthened a little bit. I want to take a look. Maybe just a little broad rotation. Maybe just a little. Toward Bigbyville, those areas. So, I mean, that's the only lone storm that we have right now, this tornado warning for Wayne County, or Lawrence County, actually. It was in Wayne County, but they took Wayne County out of it. So now it's just Lawrence County until 6:30. So, hopefully we continue back to game night. But we are going to stay here with you for about another 7 minutes. Worst case scenario, you'll be hearing me for another 7 minutes. So, yeah, I know, it's sad. It's sad what happened to all those people. Let's check the storm relative velocity. That's the best way we can get. We can see how much, if there's any rotation. It's loading. Okay. I mean, yeah, there's some rotation, at least definitely some mid-level rotation with this storm that's headed towards the Henryville and Summertown area. You see it right there, I've circled it. Henryville and Summertown, those are the areas that will be in the path of this possible tornado here. And I just want to talk about our 24-hour rainfall. In Ashland, we've had about 2.2 inches of rainfall. And Gallatin, we've had 2 inches of rainfall. And, you know, that's not the only spots. Hartsville, we've had 1.2 inches. And Lafayette, we have had 1.3 inches. So, isolated flash flooding is definitely a possibility and will be for the next couple of hours. I want to check the chat here. Okay, well, we haven't had anything new yet. And overall, if you want me to be completely honest with you, it looks like overall the shear is weakening. I'm not gonna say that I'm not saying it's diminished completely. I'm saying it looks like it's weakened just a bit. Looks like it's came down just a bit. So, we still got another tornado warning for about another 5 minutes. So we're gonna stick here with you until this warning expires. But I think it's pretty safe to say, as of right now, that we can probably send it back any time where he's ready. So, we're going to send it back probably in about a few minutes. I want to wait another 1 or 2 scans. I'll be right back, folks. I'll be right back. 6:25. It's 6:25. 6:25. 6:25, yes. So it's past 6 o'clock. It is past 6 o'clock. 6:25. Gamenight, 6:25. Okay, I'll just stay here with you. Talk about the weather if you don't want to send it back to Gamenight. So. I'll talk about the weather if you don't want to send it back to Gamenight. At 6:25. 6:26. All right. So we're still going with that tornado warning until about 6:30. I'm getting a text here. Hold on. Okay. So we have another tornado. We have a tornado warning for about another 3 minutes, and then after that, I think we are good to send it back to Gamenight unless we get a new tornado warning. These are appearing to just be showers now because the atmosphere has been so worn out that it's really going to be hard to get any more severe weather. Now we may still have a severe thunderstorm warning, but the area down south, the tornado warning has just expired. So we'll send it back. We'll send it back to Gamenight, but I just want to make a statement here real quick. It's not impossible that we won't get a few more severe thunderstorm warning again, and it's not out of the question that we won't get a tornado warning again or two. So we may still have a few. We probably will have we might have a few more severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the night. We probably will have a few more severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the night. It's not out of the question that we couldn't have a tornado warning, but for right now, all the warnings have been dropped. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to send you back to Gamenight. But if there are any new warnings, we'll cut back in right away.
I don't need it.
Okay. Yeah. California Ford says stay home. She says stay home.
I did stay home.
Okay, well it's 6:28, so
Right.
it's time for Gamenight. Yeah, she says wake up. She says wake up.
I thought we were canceling Gamenight.
Oh, we're not having Gamenight?
Well, I mean, because I thought we were going to Clarksville, but I mean, I guess we can do Gamenight.
If you want to do Gamenight, type in the chat Gamenight. It's up to you though. Okay, and just south of the viewing area, towards Green Hill, near Kalen, we do have a new tornado warning. Now, this is south of the viewing area. If this pops back up to a tornado warning and we get a tornado warning for Lawrence County, we will jump back on. But I just want to let you know that south of our viewing area, towards the Huntsville area, there is a tornado warning. So let him sleep? Okay. We'll let him sleep. So if there's a tornado warning, I will pop back on here. But for right now, there are no warnings. I should remind you that a tornado watch continues until 11. But if there are any warnings, we will pop back on right away. In the meantime, I'm going to sign off here. And y'all have a good night.